We are halfway through the summer transfer window, and whilst we have made a number of signings, I don't think that we have strengthened the squad quite enough for the coming season yet. And today, this new squad we are putting together has its first big test, as the League Cup group stages will begin today, and we have a very tough Premiership opponent to begin with. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Elgin City, and if you are a first-time visitor, then why not subscribe, like, watch and comment, help us to grow, help us to support, all that good stuff that you can see scrolling at the top of the screen. It's been a very, very busy pre-season, but today we are about to begin in earnest with the first game of our League Cup against Ross County. But the biggest news of all is that during the pre-season, the board have changed their expectations, and where we were supposed to fight bravely against relegation, now the expectation, a requirement, is that we finish in mid-table in League One, and this is going to be extremely difficult to achieve. They also want us to play direct football. We're not going to do that because we have tried it out in pre-season and it doesn't really work. We play better when we play the shorter passing game, and whilst we will play hopefully defensively solid football, we are going to play counter-attacking football. We are not going to play direct football. We're going to continue with the vertical tiki-taka that had proved so effective last season. The supporters are also in agreement with the board. They want us to play defensively solid and counter-attacking football, and they also want us to play direct football. We're not able to do that at this point in time, and so they're going to have to be happy with the short passing game for a little while. We have tried playing direct during the 4 pre-season games we've played, and that was not very effective, and we ended up going back to our shorter passing game. It is a tough ask for us to finish in mid-table in this league. We've just been recently promoted, and I don't know if we've done enough in the transfer market yet to enable us to be able to do that. If we look at the finances, we do have money left. We have £4,773 in the transfer kitty waiting to be spent. And we do have about £1,500 or £1,800 left in the wages budget, which we can also spend. But unfortunately, the board still have not increased the amount of money that we can pay in wages, and so bringing in top players is proving to be very difficult. And in terms of transfer activity, we have done a lot of business so far. It all began with the signing of Seb Ross. He came in on a free. They've all come in on frees. He is a natural Mazzala. He can play as an attacking midfield, and he's a very good option for that role, but I want him to play as the Mazzala, which means I'll have to play Critchley as the first option in attacking midfield. But I like the look of this guy, Seb Ross, as a Mazzala, and so that's where I'm going to start him at the beginning of the season. He looks like a good player, and I'm hoping he's going to have a very, very good season for us. And then we brought in a left back, Daniel Church, also coming in on a free. We desperately needed left backs, and we finally found a couple, and he looks like a very decent left back to me. He's 22 years old, and I'm hoping that he has the ability to do something very special this season. We do need our players that we've bought to step up and make sure that we can finish in mid-table. And then we brought in from Kilmarnock on a free Blair Alston. He is a midfielder. He's going to play as a Carrilero for us. He is an exceptionally good player for this level. His technicals are very, very good. He's got good crossing. He's got decent finishing, first touch, brilliant set-piece player. His mentals are not bad, but he's not the physically strongest player that we've ever come across. But he is, without a doubt, a very, very good midfielder for this level. And then we brought in another left back, Cody McLeod. He has come in and he will start as the backup left back. And hopefully he will do a very good job as backup, and that means that we can move Reece Thomas over to the right back slot where he can do a decent job for us as well. I think Cody McLeod might turn out to be a very good signing. He's only 20 years old and has a lot of development and a lot of potential, might become a big name for Elgin in the future. And then finally, Kirk Broadfoot, a 38-year-old who we have signed on a free. We've just brought him in on a year's contract, and he is a good player. He's got exceptional jumping reach and heading for this level. Has good marking, good tackling. He has decent mentals, but where he might let us down is that he has very little pace. And all I need him to do really is to get into the penalty area, combine with our brand new set piece taker and score a lot of goals from set pieces, and also be resilient at set pieces that we are defending. I'm not expecting a great deal in terms of running with the ball from him, but I do hope that he has enough experience to do a good job for us, and we will let him go at the end of the year. But I do need someone with a bit of experience at the back who can do a very good job for us. I'm hoping this is not an error. And we've also let a lot of our youngsters go, and most of them have gone out on a free. Owen Loveland being the biggest name there, he's gone out on a free. Jamie Tinnock, a decent young prospect, he's gone out on loan. And we also let go Matthew Cooper, he's gone out to Kilwinning Rangers on a free. And Aidan Sopel has gone to Penichuk on loan. So we've let a number of players go, and we have brought some decent talent into the club. Is it enough yet? I don't think so. I think that we are still struggling at centre-back. I would like to bring in a better goalkeeper. I'd like one more midfielder if I can, and I'd also like some help for Hester and Dingwell up front. I think this is going to be a difficult season unless I can get all those things in place. But today we will be beginning our season in the Premier Sports Cup Group A, which is a very, very tough group. We are in with Alloa Athletic and East Fife, both of League One, Inverness, who are in the Championship, and Ross County, who we begin against today. They are in the Premiership of Scotland. And this is going to be a very, very tough test for this squad that we have today. But I am hopeful that we can step up. Our players are not yet fit, but then I guess that Ross County's players will not yet be fit. And it's going to be, I hope, a very even contest. They are a Premier League team at the end of the day, and the board and the supporters are expecting a defeat today. I'm expecting a defeat today. So as long as we don't get humiliated, I'll be fairly happy. In terms of the schedule then, after these League Cup Group A matches have finished, we are straight in with a game against Falkirk. And Falkirk are predicted to finish top of the league this year, so it couldn't be a worse start for us. And we are predicted at this moment in time to finish in 8th, which would have been fine if we were battling against relegation, but to finish mid-table when we are predicted to finish in 8th, this is going to be a tough job to accomplish. I do remain confident that we can do it, but we're going to have to work hard. I also think we'll need to make a couple more transfers in order to achieve the goals that the board have set. And so, after all that news, I think it's now time to go and play in the League Cup Group A against Ross County. Let's go and kick some balls. And so the team for today is Hoban in goal with Gilhooly, Leddy, Anderson and Church at the back. Draper, Alston, Critchley and Ross in midfield, with Hester and Henderson up front. It is going back to the old 4-1-3-2, but I believe that that's the best chance we have in terms of winning this match, or at least even getting something out of it. So we have to just go, and nobody expects us to win. I'm going to say I need a strong defence today, and get out there, defend for your very lives. We are going to press more. We are going to play slightly more direct this time, hoping to catch them on the counter-attack. but I don't feel very optimistic. In fact, I don't feel very optimistic about the whole season, and it is going to be one big struggle this year. This is just the start of it. We have 4 very, very difficult games in this cup, in this cup competition, and it is probably going to destroy morale. I cannot see us doing as well this year as we did last year. And I think it was FM just introducing me to the save very nicely last year. Now we're up against it. And although it started well, Ross County are absolutely dominating the game in terms of possession. They've had all the possession, but that's okay. We're not trying to retain possession. We're just trying to catch them on the counter-attack. And Hoban finds Church. We do at least have the ball. Church looking long. That's what we want to do. And although it has come back to Ross County, but Ross County have given it away. Anderson finds Critchley. Draper. I need a big game from Draper today. He's looking over the top for Henderson. Henderson is through and he's in space. Henderson has a chance and Henderson has scored. It is Ross County 0, Elgin City 1. One often wonders when we score early, is it too early? Have I set the team up right? Ross County have had all the game, but it's just a simple counter-attack. He was caught very slow, that central defender. Henderson doesn't have the greatest of pace, but he breezed past his man, chipped it over the goalkeeper. We are in front. Can this last? I don't know. We are playing very defensive, but we are pressing. We're not looking to retain possession. We haven't got possession. We're just looking to get them on the counter-attack. And it's so far so good. With 20 minutes gone, we are leading by 1-0. Can we keep this up? It will be a monumental performance if we can keep this up. I need big games. I needed a big game from Draper at the back of the midfield, and he's giving us just that. What a fantastic player he's been. But it is Ross County on the attack. They have a free kick. And it does worry me that we're giving away too many free kicks. Church finds Rose. Rose to Anderson. Give it out to Church. Nice and simple, but he goes long. And he is looking long, but there's nobody there. And they are going to play it out from the back. We are allowing them to play in their half, but we want to get into their faces when they are in our half of the field, but we need to bring them inside, not outside. There's a good cross and there's a goal. It's 1-1. I didn't think it was going to last, and that was poor defending. We need to bring them inside, not allow them to get out on the flanks. We do not want them crossing the ball. They've done just that. They have equalised. It was coming. They are dominating the game. We got lucky with a counter-attack. That was poor defending, and he should have shown him the inside. He didn't, and now we are 1-1. And I just hope that we can hold on to half-time, regroup at half-time, but they do have a set piece. And there's the ball into the box, and it's hooked off the line. Luckily, we've set up these set piece defensively to have people on the post. And here they come again, but the highlight comes to an end. This is going to be a very, very difficult season. I really don't know how I'm going to get us through this season, because we are simply at the moment not good enough. And unless I can sign some very, very good players in the transfer window, then we are going to suffer some very, very heavy defeats. But at the moment, going back to this 4-1-3-2, we are 1-1 with Ross County as we come up to half-time. Let's get through to half-time. Let's regroup. Let's have a good chat. But they do have another set piece, and it is going to be swung into the box. And there is the ball into the box, and they have scored. It's 2-1. They've scored from a set piece. We are not good enough in the air, and it's showing, and they have scored 2 goals from crosses, and it just shows we are not good enough at the back in the air. But we have to understand they are 2 leagues above us, and at the moment we're only losing by 2-1. We're doing ourselves proud. If we can just continue, we might sneak a goal in the second half. It is raining furiously, and I might just take a look at whether or not to go more direct and see if that helps. And yeah, let's just up the tempo and up the passing directness a little bit, because it is teeming down with rain. And I don't think I want to make any changes at the moment. Just have a look. Daniel Church is not having a great game. We're going to give him a few minutes. Critchley is also not having a good game. And I'm just going to say, you're doing well. Keep working hard. Keep an eye on Critchley and Church, because they are not playing very well, especially Critchley. And it may be that we need to bring someone else on. However, he has picked up his performance a little bit, but they are struggling out there. Though both those players are really struggling, as well as Leddy, who's having a poor game. He's not very dominant in the air, and I think it is time to make a few changes now. And so we have made a few changes, but I can't see that this is going to make any difference. But who knows? We've got to remain optimistic. We're still in this game. It's only 2-1, and they are not as dominating as I thought they might be. They're not giving us the hammering that I thought we might have. Alston's not having a great game. Ross is not playing particularly well. I think it might be time to take Ross off and bring on Cameron to see if he can reproduce some of the form that he produced last season. Hester is very poor at the moment, so our last substitution might be to bring on Dingwell for Hester. Here is Gilhooly looking for Alston, and that was a bad tackle, and it looks like they might be having a red card here, and they have got a red card. And now is a chance that if we go, let's go to a balanced mentality, see if we can't get something here. Can we get something here? Let's go positive. Let's try and get something out of this game. At the moment, they are dominating proceedings. We've only had one shot on target, one shot in the whole game. But can we get something out of it? They've had a red card. So it's coming up to the final whistle. It's still Ross County 2, Elgin 1. Come on, let's have a highlight. Come on, FM, give us a highlight. Give us one last chance before the game ends. But I think the game is going to peter out into a 2-1 defeat. I'll take that. It wasn't a bad defeat. We were helped by the fact that they had a man sent off late in the second half. But it's petering out to the end of the game. And at the end of the match, we have been beaten by 2-1. Really well beaten, but at the end of the day, 2-1 doesn't sound that bad. And I think we've done ourselves proud. And I think that we have to take that. They are 2 divisions ahead of us. And it is a poor result. It's hopefully not going to damage morale too much. And that's it for this video. At the end of the day, we've done ourselves proud. And when we come back, we'll come back after the transfer window has closed. And I think we'll come back then for Kelty Hearts, who we do remember from this cup competition last season. A team that we beat. I recall we beat them last season. So let's come back for Kelty Hearts after the transfer window has closed. If you are new to the channel, then subscribe, like, watch and comment. Help the channel to grow and help us to support that very worthwhile cause that you can see scrolling at the top of the screen. We were unlucky. We didn't create enough today. Our forwards are not good enough. Our defense is not good enough. Unless I do something in the transfer window, I see a season of woes this year, and it's going to be a very, very hard season to get through, and maybe even cost me my job. We have to work hard, and all that remains to be said now is we'll continue to work hard, and we'll see you in the next episode.